gonna hope that my music's turned down, because last time I did this. Alright, there we go. Yep. So this is a map that I made a while ago. Like, by a while ago, I mean like one of my first maps I ever made. I think actually, you know what? This was right around when the Fallout texture pack came out, I'm pretty sure. And this is what it is using Fallout, as you can see. However, something interesting to note, this is an idea that I never really expanded upon other than this simple map. And that's what I kind of want to come here today to fix. This isn't the map that I'm going to focus on, but I want to show you this map as a reference. So the objective of this is you get a certain amount of gold, or yeah, so you get 16 silver, which silver is blaze rods in this map. You get 16 silver when you spawn in, 10 per kill, and I'm pretty sure you got like 10 per match or something. And there could be different things, so you can buy a wooden sword for 10, stone for 15, gold for 5, iron for 22. Kind of makes the wooden sword obsolete. But if you plan to use the wooden sword for a long time and you just want to buy gold, that gold might break. And diamond for 40, you understand that? That's how it works. Same applies for armor, so leather would be 10, chain would be 15, iron would be 22, diamond would be 40, and gold would be 5. And bows are 20, arrows are 25 for 30. And that's the map. For some reason, let's do this. Yeah, there's a pig there. So, this is the arena. Let's go over to this chest. You're gonna see that there's a stone axe. All around the map, there's secrets and things to, not to uncover, but there's just chests hidden around. And there could be no chests by the time the round's over. Like all the chests could be looted, or maybe you loot like 1 or 2 chests per game, or maybe all the players only loot like 1 chest, and then the game ends very quickly, and then the next round there's still more chests. Once all the chests are looted, they did not get refilled. But this has a stone axe, this has a wooden sword, this has chain helmet, this has 7 arrows. This was something that someone else made. There's horses apparently though. What else we got? Leather pants. This connects as well. And leather boots. So very oh yeah, there's this too. I don't think this has a chest, it's just a way to get up and down. I mean, you can't get through here, but you can, if you're up here, you can get to the bottom. Yeah, so, well, actually, if you're, yeah, you can make it up here. There's parkour. If you do this, you can potentially make it in, although it's quite difficult to do. How do you actually make that? That's very difficult. Wow. Maybe this, actually, yeah. That's probably how you do it. Anyway, I'm getting way too sidetracked. You understand the point, though. There we go. It's a very simple PvP map. Not much to it. It's incredibly simple. To the point where I don't understand why it wasn't played very much. Because it's simple to understand and it's quite fun. But you get that. The map had multiple layers. It was interesting. It wasn't the coolest thing to look at, but this is what I'm calling Trove Wars. The name will probably change because Trove Wars is not a very cool name. But whoops, I completely messed it up. Alright, so this is how it works. A lot bigger, a lot more easy on the eyes. I have a thing in here to remind me how this works. So when you join the game, when the game just starts, you get 30 gold. The money or currency is gold nuggets. It's 30 nuggets for a join, 15 for a game, and 10 for a kill. You start with one of these, and you can pick some food. Sorry, I don't think I'm sick. I'm just a little bit under the weather, so kind of sick, but not really. I don't know. Wooden sword for 10, 20 for a stone, 30 for an iron, 30 for a knockback 2 gold, 30 for a fire aspect 2 gold, 40 for a diamond sword, 10 for a bow, 20 for a power 1, 20 for a punch 1, 20 for a flame 1, 15 for a crossbow, 20 for a multi-shot crossbow, 30 for a quick charge 3, 100 for a loyalty 1 trident, and 50 for a shield. 10 for leather armor. And when I say 10 for leather armor, I don't mean 10 for a set. I mean 10 for a piece. You could pick what piece you get. So probably a chest plate, but you know, at this point, who knows? Maybe you plan to get a diamond chest plate and you want, yeah. Same prices as the swords. So 20 for a chain, 30 for iron. You get thorns 3, gold for 30. For 30, you get gold with fire protection, feather falling, and frost walker. More of like a one. You want one of these instead of multiple, but you know. By the way, there is no water. We'll check on the map later, but that's, you know, more for the fire and feather falling. Which even then, feather falling's not gonna help you much either. 40 for diamond, 10 for 32 arrows, 5 for harming, 5 for weakness, 5 for slowness, 5 for turtle master, 5 for poison, 10 for decay, 20 for golden apple, and 100 for a total of 9. Potions, you have 15 for healing, 15 for speed, 15 for a lingering harming, or harming rift, that's what I call them. 15 for splash fire resistance. Now, the only thing that could actually inflict fire is fire aspect swords or flame bows. But, you know, if someone's spamming a fire-related item, then, yeah. The map itself is the Cosmodrome from Destiny 1. Not a specific part of the map, I just kind of made what I thought the Cosmodrome looked like, which was always this podzol with snow. Save the spawns, one on each corner. You can have up to 4 players. If you have 5, I might just put a spawn in the middle, I don't know. Or I might just put one like here, so who knows. I've never ran into that encounter before, so. Because I've only played about 2 rounds. We had like very small amounts of stuff. And Meyer decided to leave, and Gamer was being an absolute retard. So, yeah. So, that was that. You have these kind of metal things all around. You have a cave area. Another metal thing. A little rusted lamp thing, I don't know. There's some stuff all around. My plan was to keep this on a night cycle, like a day and night cycle, a daylight cycle, whatever. And I might do that, but I think it looks really cool at night. I don't know. So that's kind of the, you know, you got some hills, you got some snow, you got some lamps. Got some metal things, some interesting areas to kind of walk around. There's only one map As you can tell by the Frostwalker and stuff, I do plan to add more. I don't know when. Probably not for a while though, because I don't see many people complaining about it. If they do, however, then, you know, maybe we'll get another map. But in the meantime, I think that's a good map. As I kind of expected, though, I didn't want a map that was, like, super complex and stuff. Melee is already very powerful and is the main source of damage. So I wanted a map that focused more on just wide, open, just sight lines. There is some, you know, covered, like mountains and stuff. But for the most part, you're going to be playing very defensively. And in those times that you're going to be aggressing, you're going to be aggressing very hard. So that's the map. I just thought it looked cool. I like the Cosmodrome from D1. So yeah. I intend to add something like Midtown almost. I'm not gonna add Midtown, I don't think, but because that'd be 2 Destiny maps. But how it's just kind of like you have long sight lines for like ranged fights, and then you have like corners. But since it's Minecraft, you don't have a radar. So you know, not really a map that you're going to be like making sure you know where everyone is. You're gonna get like surprise attacked a lot, probably. I want some tight corners, some interesting alleyways, some, you know, some choke points, some, you know, some long range engagement area things, everything. Be very interesting having that kind of map. So yeah. While we're on the topic of Minecraft, though, I thought I would kind of go ahead and show you another map that I've been working on, which might seem a bit odd. This is Class Wars. So I'm gonna put this stuff away. Class Wars. Mind all the chests in the middle. These are just simply books. Some stuff here and there. This is the debrief area where you can pick a map. Maybe, I don't know, look at patch notes, whatever. This is the class section. There are going to be 2 types of classes, as you can see. By the one name, probably to guess what this side is. It's just like other game-based things. This is going to be completely original ideas. That should be very basic to Class Wars, but also some interesting ones thrown in. We'll talk about classes in a second. But this room's just kind of a, I don't know. I was planning to have something else cool about it, but whatever. Yeah, so the first map that I'm working on is kind of a very similar looking thing to Clash Dimensions, and I know it does look similar, but I promise it's not going to be the same, as you could already see. I plan to have a massive open arena in here with some pillars stuff. Much wider area up here with some small lava pools around. Maybe, I don't know. Should be make for an interesting map though. Might even put some doorways like here. Yeah. Should be an interesting map. I don't know how it'll play. I don't want to make the maps too in-depth, not make them too detailed. That way I can focus on making more maps. Because I feel like quality is not as important as quality when it comes to maps. I'm talking like, obviously, if you have been a fan of the channel for a long time, you know my stance on map making. Everyone, especially on stuff like Bedrock, focus on making their maps look and feel very just like similar to everything else. So they look the same. All the kit PvPs are just, you know, the same garbage colored palettes and stuff. My maps focus more on gameplay, and that's how all maps should be. I'm not going to tell you how to make your map, obviously, but gameplay should be the #1 priority. Now, I'm not saying make it look like an awful piece of trash, but, you know, if it has to look like an awful piece of trash for the map to be good, like really good, then so be it. Quick overview how the classes work. We'll just go to this one. You will be able to read this. So may just be focus on magic or potion related items. Whether it's team play or kill chaining. Mage fits a wide range of playstyles, but only if you can utilize its kit well. That's you won't be able to see this, but I can kind of tell you what it is. These just give very small, brief, like, hey, this is how the class plays. Orbit is built around keeping your enemies below full health and on their toes. This class works well in free-for-all or team-based matches, and as you can see, it's just kind of always doing damage to them, whether it's fire aspect or thorns or decay. And then you have the basic ones like soldier, which is just kind of like your full iron, very basic. Warrior, which is your melee class. Archer, which is your ranged class. Tank, which is your armor-based class. You know, very simple stuff. And you have other stuff like Titan, Hunter, Warlock, Forager, which I'm not going to open up now, but you can kind of piece that together in your mind. The other two, not really related to anything specific. Zero, Amber. I'm just going to open this up. You can kind of guess for yourself what that is. When this comes out, though, expect that to be quite the devastating class. So, yeah. Should be an interesting little experiment. As you know, I'm not the biggest Clash Dimensions fan myself, especially what it was based on, and the storyline behind it. It's just not a very good map. However, I like Class Wars, so that's why I'm, that's why I'm doing this. Classes aren't just like, hey, here's an idea, make that. What I usually do to make classes is I take an idea, like I want something like a lot of knockback, for instance. Like that's what Vulcan is. I want a lot of knockback. And I also want a fishing rod and some slowness stuff. And then I base everything else around what I just said. Now, as of right now, I like to balance my classes kind of similar to how I balance a lot of other things in my maps, which is I do it right out of the gate. And I just hope that it's balanced. If I usually do kind of a quick overview of comparing classes, like, alright, if this was up against this class, who would win? And if it's an obviously this, because it's way better in like every way, then I'm like, alright, you know what? Maybe we should change that. And that's exactly what I plan to do. And if something slips under the radar, sorry, then I will do a quick patch on it. I'm not one of those people who, thinks, oh, I'm a real developer. I have to wait until every week to do a patch. Or I have to wait until a month to do a patch. I have to wait until a massive update. And in some cases, that's actually good. I used to do that with Force 1.0. And it wasn't the greatest, but usually I would not fix I wouldn't fix bugs until I started working on an update, and the bugs only got fixed when that update got released. If it was something that was literally plaguing the game, like, I don't know, like maybe the spawns weren't working, like the pods weren't working, then that's literally making it unable to play the game. If an item is slightly overpowered to the point where it's not really like if you don't have it, then there's a pretty good chance that you're not going to win. Or if it was something like the one mountain area with a mound of dirt or whatever, I don't know, it's just a little hill, I guess, that you could go under and get loot from. There was no way to get out of that, and that didn't get fixed for like 2 weeks, which sucks, but at the same time, that's how I wanted to make map. Just kind of like an actual game. And some people see that as kind of cool, because if something's like, if there's some exploit that you can do to, maybe it's a kit PvP thing where you can get double the amount of money, or maybe it's a survival games thing where you can go under the map and, have a much faster way of getting to a certain item, then I find that kind of interesting. If it's something that doesn't degrade the experience, like, let's say 3-peaking was just released and it was a bug, right? In Destiny, it was a bug. I'd be cool with that staying in the game for like a week, because it changes up the game a little bit. Now, would I want it to stay in for like 6-7 years? No way. That's why it's getting changed. I wouldn't even want it to stay that to stay for like 2 weeks. Just something kind of interesting to change up the game. Like what was it? The 12 main raids. It might not be intended, but sometimes it can change up the gameplay a little bit, and that's kind of what you need. Sometimes in a dry area of a game, that's what you need. So that's why I did it before. I don't plan to really keep it the same this time. If there's, let's say, however, if I'm like less than a week or maybe even a week from, releasing a big update, and there's something in the game that is somewhat annoying, like, let's say you can mix 2 classes, but only 2 classes. Obviously, that wouldn't really be, I give you the items, so, it's not really gonna happen. But let's say that did happen. I would leave that in the game until the next update, or the next massive change. Now, what I classify as a massive update is like a new map, or like 10 new classes, 6 new classes, whatever. But yeah. So that's the I got a bit of a map that I'm cooking up. The class war should not be done till who knows. I plan to release it with 2 maps. That way you can choose between maps, and it should be quite interesting. However, I don't know if I can do that. But this map is done, and I wouldn't expect a new map or anything like that until people either are getting really bored of this map, or I find enough time to take out of my day, and I'm not working on anything else, to work on another map. If I work on another map, expect it to be very... if a map comes out in the next couple of weeks, don't expect it to be great. Don't expect it to be some masterpiece. Like, I see this as pretty cool. It's not... It's just an arena, really. But it's cool nonetheless. However, I understand that it might be kind of annoying to play on the same map all the time. However, I don't see us playing this all the time, because as it stands right now, Minecraft is not the most played thing. I've been playing much more solo things like Destiny 2 than I do. That's mostly just because the people that I play with, it's not that they're playing other games and they don't want to play Minecraft, it's just that it's not as reliable as, let's say, getting a raid group together. If you get a raid group together, most of the time you're going to do the whole raid. If you say, hey, let's play 10 rounds of this, that's a dice roll. And it's not the most fun thing. So, that's that. Expect the classworks to be done in the next month, maybe. I could get it done in days if I wanted to, if I just completely worked on it. Like less than a week, probably. But I don't know if I want to do that. There's other things to do, and apparently next week is Iron Banner. And you know me, I always have hope. Maybe I'll get a God Roll 4 path. Who knows, though? Probably not. But I want to try anyway. Because then I'll like, well, what if I could have gotten it that week? So, yeah. Sorry for the lack of uploads. If we can get a team together to do UHC, or maybe battle, or maybe even this map, something, I don't know, I will 100% do a video on it. But as of right now, not my first priority. So, I mean, it would be a priority if I could get the people to do it, but you know, it's not as reliable. So, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys. So, peace out.